We're live, as always. There we go. I have an idea for tonight. Even though I already had a topic in place, do tell. I don't mean that to sound sarcastic, so apologies if it comes off that way. Just tell me your idea. It's not really the statement I was expecting. Okay, what is it? Read my fan fictions. I'll save that till the end of this episode. I feel that's a good way to end this episode. I'm not refusing to do it, I just don't want to... I don't want to, like, do it immediately, is what I'm saying. Because, I mean, the title. Even though I feel my first Omen could honestly fit reading fanfiction. Okay, anyway. But, oh yeah, Sylv, or... Oh, my first BJ. I've never had a BJ. Anyway. I've never had a Bon Jovi either. My first stream. Anyway. Okay. Welcome to Wonder After Dark. As always. I'll get to the topic of this episode. My first dild. Not even 3 minutes in, we've already dissolved into chaos. Okay. Anyway. I will get to the topic of this episode, but there's two things I want to talk about before we get into it. Alright. My first hoof job. Anyway. I love how that's just become a recurring joke on the... Yep, there it is. I love how hoof job has just become a recurring bit on this show. Just hoof. It's not hoof job, one word in Sylv's world. It's just hoof space job. It's a creature with hooves getting a job at the DMV. Anyway. Alright. I'll get to the topic of this episode, or rather the main topic, but there's two things I want to start this episode with. The hoof job got fired, now it's just hoof. That's unfortunate. Anyway, first, the Disney Channel original movie, Johnny Tsunami. I apologize if I'm kind of like doing this a lot. I love how the speaker is fairly normal, but the commenters are constantly creating reoccurring gap. That's basically this show in a nutshell. Like, yeah. I mean, to be fair, though, I would rather have an audience that's just a walking penis gallery rather than a boring audience. Y'all two are anything but boring. Anyway, Johnny Tsunami. Ligma balls. Anyway, Johnny Tsunami, the Disney Channel original movie. Yep. Sylv creates your fat. Anyway. Okay. I still don't know where that came from, because I'm like, I'm not fat. But anyway, Johnny Tsunami. I'm just going to get this out the way. Johnny Tsunami came out 25 years ago. Aired on Disney Channel on July 24th, 1999. What do I think of it? It's okay. I mean, it's not great. It's not terrible. It's just, you have lost weight. And random geo-ref. Yep, that too. Random. And what's funny, we all three have different degrees of random geo-references. My genre is, I'm obviously joking, but I'm still a little salty, so I'm combining the salt with comedy to make more comedy, but I need to clarify it's a joke, because otherwise I sound insane. Spider/James's genre is, can you not? Genre is just funny, your genre is wholesome. Anyway, back on topic. In fairness, though, Spider brought him up first. Wasn't my fault this time. Anyway, Johnny Tsunami. It's just okay. It's not great. It's not... I mean, you're not wrong. Anyway, it's not great. Now shush before I slap your balls. Joke's on you, I'd love to have my balls slapped. Anyway, but it isn't great. It isn't terrible. It's just okay. It's just kinda there. Alright, second topic I want to talk about, before we get into the main topic of this episode. I hate you. I love you too. Anyway, this is a show where the speaker is... My genre is trying too hard to be funny because I'm actually the most serious, but I find my serious self boring. I mean, really, I don't find any version of you boring. Yeah, I know what some conversations we've had would imply, but you're not boring at all. Anyway, before we get into the main topic of this episode, I want to take a brief minute to talk about something kind of not old, like old in release, but old in the context of this show. Many weeks ago... Why don't you get yourself a board that can handle the neutron style? Anyway, many weeks ago on this show, got this from Amazon. Well, black is... Anyway, got this from Amazon a couple weeks ago. Actually, probably close... Not sure if it was quite a month ago, but anyway. Sonic Prime Season 1 on Blu-ray. I finally decided to pop it in today, just because I've had it for a while, and I never got around to... Well, I watched Sonic Prime when it was on Netflix, and then I never finished it, but had the Blu-ray in my possession for a while, didn't get around to watching it on Blu-ray until today. Anyway, okay, I just want to take a brief minute to talk about this release, because so many things about it are just bizarre. Not the bad kind of bizarre, but just bizarre. You are now black. Okay, first of all, the fact that this show only got a Blu-ray, no DVD, which I think is kind of odd because the other Sonic shows are available on DVD, and in fact some of them are only on DVD. No 4K, which, I mean, I'm not really expecting, but still. But yeah, this only got a Blu-ray. But the other thing that makes this release odd and kind of makes this release stick out to me is Sonic Prime total had 24 episodes on Netflix. No idea if it's getting any more episodes. I would imagine not, but 24 episodes. This Blu-ray released after the show had wrapped up, after the 24 episodes had all dropped. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Sonic Prime is done. But anyway, how many episodes are on this Blu-ray release? Just the first 8. Yeah, this released after all 24 episodes had dropped. Here's only the first 8 episodes. Okay. And I guess to top it all off, while most of the Sonic shows on Blu-ray, DVD, Discord, okay. Okay, I think what completes this image for me is not Foxy staring at the Lincoln Memorial. In fact, I think what completes it for me is this woman looking pretty shocked at the Lincoln Memorial. Like, she looks like Abraham Lincoln just came to life and took a fat dookie in front of her. A spooky dookie. And you know what? Let's make spooky dookie a reoccurring gag. Anyway, back on topic. But to cap it all off, what makes this Blu-ray really stick out? Read. No more Sonic Prime. Netflix pulled a Dream Sequence Andy on it. I don't want to play with you anymore. Anyway, but what makes this Blu-ray release really stick out even more, and what makes it more bizarre, is that the other Sonic cartoons and anime on DVD and Blu-ray at least have something in terms of bonus content. Something. The 90s shows don't, but, you know, just a silence, other bottom. Anyway, but X and Boom at least had something in terms of bonus content. Prime, however, super basic menu, no audio of any kind. I was like, where's that clicking coming from? Anyway, no audio of any kind on the menu. Just, you know, image, you know, same image as the front. No audio of any kind. Just, basically just 3 options. Play all, the option to turn subtitles on or off, and then just your individual episodes, which that doesn't really do anything, really. You just click on one of them and the episode just starts. You compare that... Yeah. Discord. Okay. You don't listen worth a shit. Freddy and the White House. Did Freddy get fingered at the White House? Anyway, but that do be Frederick... Okay, that do be Frederick Ting Bear at the house. Anyway. Okay, but back to what I was talking about. But it's like, this is such a bizarre... Excuse me. But this is such a bizarre Blu-ray release, because it's like, it released after the show ended. But yet, you know, instead of being a complete release, here's just the first 8 episodes. I just find this DVD boring. It's a Blu-ray. And I apologize for having boring interests. I'm aware that was such an asshole thing to say. God. There's the anger issues I keep alluding to. Read. Keep in mind, I paid $50. What the fuck is... Okay, I get that's Canadian money, but what the fuck is wrong with you paying $50 for that? We're just taking the fact that that's Canadian money out of the equation. Just $50 for that. That is... That is, honest to God, high. Yeah, I know that's an official release. Woo. Anyway. Okay, now, 15 minutes in, you're probably wondering, why the fuck is this episode called My First Omen? Because, as far as I can tell, you just talked about random bullshit. I mean, yeah, the complete series, 65 episodes, but just based on what you described. Correction. You will be boiled. You will be boiled. Anyway, let's not get our blood pressure too worked up. Most of them aren't even blue. Well, here's the thing, you dumb fuck. The name Blu-ray comes from the blue laser that reads the data on the disc. Although you could also argue that the name comes from the blue cases. Hey you, do you know what kind of train this is? The next time y'all two just start going at it, I'm just gonna do that. Hey you, do you know what kind of train this is? Anyway. Alright, 17 minutes in, you're probably saying to yourself, okay, why the fuck is this episode called My First Omen? Because so far, you just spent 17 minutes talking about other bullshit that has nothing to do with having an omen. Read. Go ahead and sue, white boy. Nig-knock. Anyway. Well, here's why this episode is called that. I watched a little movie earlier today. Besides Johnny Tsunami. Yeah, I watched another little movie today. Alright, there we go. I am a Christian now. That's hilariously fitting given the movie I'm going to be talking about. Anyway. Alright. I watched a little movie earlier today, and it wasn't just Johnny Tsunami. It was The First Omen. But what is The First Omen? Well, The First Omen is a 2024 American supernatural horror film directed by Arkasha Stevenson, who co-wrote the screenplay. I accept nothing but blood. That's hilariously fitting given what we're talking about. Who co-wrote the screenplay with Tim Smith and Keith Thomas from a story by Ben Jacoby. It is a prequel. It is a prequel to the 1976 film The Omen, and is the 6th film in the Omen franchise. The film stars Nell Tiger-Free, Tafik Barham, Sonia Braga, Ralph Ineson, and Bill Nye. Not the science guy, the other Bill Nye. The film follows an American an American sent to work at a Catholic orphanage in Rome who uncovers a sinister conspiracy to bring about the birth of the Antichrist. Now, you're probably looking at my religious ass and are probably thinking to yourself, that sounds a little unlike you to watch. Well, here's a fun fact, everyone. My mom had a Ouija board when she was a kid. I'm not making that up. She just casually told me that at Target one day. Just one day, me, my mom, my sister, I jokingly said, like, hey, look, it's a Ouija board. And my mom just says, I had one of those when I was a kid. And I shit you not, when I said, like, and yet you still went to church, what did my mom say in response? I never said I was perfect. You are now a Jew. Anyway, but my mom actually said in response, oh, Jesus. But my mom actually said in response to that, I never said I was perfect. Okay then, anyway. But the first Omen. Anyway, sucks Coke. Anyway. Produced by Phantom 4 Films, which that doesn't even sound like a real production company. And released by 20th Century Studios, formerly known. I mean, yeah, YouTube will krill you. Anyway, but released by 20th Century Studios, formerly known as 20th Century Fox. Film released theatrically on April 5th, 2024. Had a budget of just $30 million and made $53.9 million at the box office. It received positive reviews. Here's an interesting little tidbit that did not make sense to me until I saw the movie. A specific shot in the birthing sequence let me try that again. I dare you to do a mukbang on camera. Absolutely not. Anyway, a specific shot and go gadget male pregnancy. Anyway, a specific shot in the birthing sequence resulted in the Motion Picture Association registering the film with an NC-17 rating classification. Producer Keith Levine said, we had to go back and forth with the ratings board 5 times. Weirdly enough, avoiding the NC-17 made it more intense. David S. Goyer commented that the movie, by its nature, deals with female body horror, and I do think there's a double standard. That was really interesting when we were negotiating with the ratings board, and I think there is more permissiveness when dealing with male protagonists, particularly in body horror. It's funny that I just talked about that while we're out here spouting out male pregnancy. God, I love doing this show. Anyway. Also, yeah, for realsies, James, Spider, whatever you want to go by, I am convinced you have ADHD, honestly. Because you feed off of Sylph's ADHD ass a little too well. I didn't change the subject. We should get this on national television. The first TV show to run for 1.5 episodes. Actually, slight correction. This would be the second show. This would be the second TV show to run for 1.5 episodes. Not to totally change the subject, but that did just remind me. There was a television program called Australia's Naughtiest Videos, which was canceled halfway through the broadcast of its first episode. Not before it aired, not after one season, halfway during its broadcast premiere. They shut the broadcast and switched over to a different program. Given that it was during Australia's Naughtiest Videos, go figure. Anyway, let's get back on topic. Fuck you. Love you too. Anyway, let's get back on topic. This show would be pulled in the first 20 minutes of the first episode. If that. It would be lucky to make it to 20 minutes. It would get, like, maybe 10 minutes before. It would get 10 minutes in before they pull the plug. And yeah, I actually did know that. But this show, if it were to air on national television, would get like 10 minutes in before you pull the plug and you hear dance break, then it's mystery time. Gravity Falls will be right back on Disney XD. Because Disney XD has been on fucking autopilot for a decade now. Anyway, back on topic. The first Omen was greenlit in development for an intended straight-to-streaming... yeah, that's exactly what would happen. Mentions hoof job and the plug is pulled. Get this on Adult Swim, they'll pick it up. I mean, it would probably be pre-recorded, but yeah, they would. Adult Swim would. Maybe not all the attempts you make to get me arrested, but they definitely allow hoof job. Anyway, but the first Omen was greenlit in development. They'll edit your show and make... Well, you never know. Adult Swim does tamper with some things, but they let Smiling Friends and the Eric Andre show get away with fuck all whatever, so... Fun fact, Chris Chan was supposed to be on Smiling Friends. I'm not making that up, you can look it up. Chris Chan. Anyway, let's not get interrupted again. The first Omen was greenlit in development. Pull a Once Upon a Deadpool and censor the show for a DVD release. Yeah, except the fact that Once Upon a Deadpool was censored for theaters, too. I'm falling asleep. I'm falling. My fat ass needs sleep. This is probably the earliest Sylv has ever started to clock out, but if you need sleep, no worries. And if you wake up within the next 30 minutes, like you can't get any sleep, then we're here, so I like seed. Nah, I took my meds early. Oh shit, you remember to take your meds on time. Shut up. Anyway, first Omen, development, fuck. The first Omen was greenlit in development for an intended straight-to-streaming release on Hulu. If I may, Jesse, go ahead. If you may. I know I just got interrupted like 7 times, but go ahead. I would like to say something for all of you and out there. Go ahead. No rush, but you said you need seat. Just letting you say that, and then I'll get back on topic. Nigeria. Took the words right out. I'm joking. Okay, never mind. Why was I expecting that to be... But anyway, if you need sleep, go right ahead. If you wake up... I hate myself. We all do. Okay, but I'm fat. I'm tired. You're just taking all the words out of my mouth, minus I'm fat. I'm dead. This time next week, you'll find me in a ditch. Anyway. Okay, but let's not get interrupted. Okay, but for real, if you need to go, I'm in your mom's... For somebody who took their meds, you seem to be off your meds. Anyway. Okay, but if you need to go, no worries. If you wake up at any point between the next 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes, this show is here until around 12:30. I hate the new... It's my loopy sleepy. I hate the newest Apple product where you scream into your phone in different pitches to do different actions. That sounds like a Smosh bit. Okay, anyway. It was greenlit for an intended straight-to-streaming release on Hulu. So yeah, it was originally made as a direct-to-streaming film. But it was later given a wide theatrical release after Walt Disney Studios motion... I was greenlit for bedtime. Night-night. High pitch would call 911, 911. Anyway, it was given a wide theatrical release after Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures, who owns 20th Century, determined that it needed to expand the studio's theatrical release slate after the shortages caused by the 2023 Hollywood labor disputes. And of course, it was released in theaters on April 5th, 2024. I did not see it. Oh yeah, but bye Sylv, have a day. Well, looks like it's just you and me talking about this movie. Anyway, I did not see the first Omen when it came out in theaters, but from what I remember, it just kind of came and went. It came out April 5th, and it got really good reviews, but then it left theaters pretty quick. Like, I don't really know why that was, but it didn't stay very long. And then, of course, it was released on Hulu and later Disney Plus soon after, because Disney Plus and Hulu are kind of one and the same now. But anyway, it was released on digital platforms on May 28th, 2024, and on Hulu and Disney Plus 2 days later. Anyway, I watched it on Disney Plus today, this afternoon, just because I've been meaning to get to it, but I just haven't. Now, fun fact, I have not seen any of the other films in the Omen franchise. So, what did I think of this one as baby's first Omen? I actually really enjoyed it. Like, I thought it was a really good, psychological, gory, church conspiracy horror film. I will say, though, kind of going into spoiler territory, but I definitely now understand why this one almost got an NC-17 rating. The less I see a jackal coming out of a woman's vagina, the better. I mean, I've seen worse, but stop showing me demon hands coming out the vagina. And, oh yeah, the fact that that's on Disney Plus is amazing. Disney Plus. Anyway, it is scheduled for a Blu-ray and DVD release on July 30th, 2024, not by Buena Vista Home Entertainment, but by Sony Pictures Home Entertainment. This is because it is the first Disney-owned title to be released as a part of a home video distribution deal between Disney and Sony Pictures that began in February 2024, in which the latter company, Sony Pictures, will handle all physical media production and distribution for Disney's home entertainment assets in the US and Canada. Now, I apologize if I get into boring territory, but it is worth noting. We did kind of get a taste of this last year. As last year, Disney licensed a bunch of titles to Mill Creek Entertainment. Disney were still the ones, printing the discs and mastering and all that, but Mill Creek were the ones distributing, rather than Buena Vista. So now, Sony will be releasing... It's Kanye West. No, that's Will Smith. That's keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. Anyway, but yeah, Sony will now be releasing all of Disney's titles on DVD and Blu-ray and 4K moving forward. with the exceptions, of course, of all the titles that Mill Creek released. So if you want to pick up a fresh copy of iRobot, it won't be coming from Sony, it'll be coming from Mill Creek. Kanye West. Okay, sure, it's Kanye West. Anyway, but yeah, apologies for getting into boring territory there. I like... Anyway, but the first Omen. I thought it was actually very good. Like, again, I have not seen any of the other... Oh yeah, and I think what makes it work, besides just how well written it is, and genuinely quite terrifying it is, again, I have not seen any of the other films in the Omen franchise. Granted, me saying this, it probably could just be because this is a prequel, but you really don't have to know your stuff to get into this one. Like, first Omen could be your first Omen film, no issue. Like, you don't have to know, like, the lore. You don't have to know, like, the backstory. Yeah. You could watch this one first, like I did, and not worry about missing any context or anything. In fact, if anything, I think it makes perfect sense to watch this one first, because then when you watch the original, now you know. But yeah, the first Omen from 20th Century Studios. Do I recommend that you check it out? If you like, you know, demonic, satanic horror, yes. If you like, you know, supernatural horror, yes. If you like stories about conspiracies, specifically church conspiracies, you might like this one. If you like excessive gore, well, granted, I wouldn't really call it excessive, but if you like extreme intense gore, yes. Although, it is a very dialogue-heavy movie as well. There's a lot of dialogue. It's not boring dialogue, but it's still very narrative dialogue-heavy. So yeah, there's that. But, yeah, in case you wanted me to talk about a recent horror movie, or really just a horror movie at all, there you go. There's the world's softest burp. But yeah, if you wanted me to talk about a horror movie on this show, there you go. There's my review of 20th Century Studios' The First Omen. Rock job. Yeah. Okay. That actually took up much less of this episode than I was expecting, honestly. I don't mean that in a bad way, it's just I kind of expected my review of this movie to take up more of the episode, but I guess I'm just that shit at putting shit into words. So, yeah, there's that. Well, is there anything either somewhat related or just in general you would like to hear about for the remainder of this episode? Just in general. I don't know. Okay, so I guess we're just going to spend the rest of this episode just kind of bullshit. Well, I guess I'll spend the rest of this episode bullshitting until either you or I think of another topic. So, because we're 40 minutes into an hour and a half show. I mean, it's not quite halfway through, but it's kind of close. I guess you could. Yeah, now we're 40 minutes. Well, I guess since this is also an interactive show, how has your day been, audience? Has your day been good, bad? You know, what's your mood been like today? Etc. Again, this is also an interactive show, so it's been okay. Have you been feeling good today, or kind of, usual bummer? Washington was hot. I know you mean hot weather, but I'm going to interpret that as hot and sexy pizza. Just because I think that's funnier. Anyway, my day has been kind of whatever. It was my bitch ass grandpa's birthday. Went out to eat. Thought I heard something. Besides that, not really much of anything else happened today. It was just kind of whatever. Wish I had more to talk about, but that was just today. Yeah. That air conditioning is the loudest thing, but I can't turn it off or else it'll get too hot in here. Okay, so... Discord, okay. Try this. Oh, it's... I want to test something. Okay. It's a fan fiction. Oh. I apologize, but I just clicked on the Wattpad link, and it says... I got an error message. It says... This page got lost in a good story and never came back. We couldn't find what you're looking for. This page might have moved, no longer exists, or is only visible to a select audience. Yeah, I think that got deleted. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay, trying to think of something to talk about. Because I really don't... Oh. Okay, now we have another link. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, so now I guess we're just going to read fan fiction. Okay. Carl Weezer, ex Grubhub dad. Oh god, okay. I'm gonna try. I'm EP. Anyway. Carl hates Mick Walmart. It was a normal day in Carl's life. Tired, depressed, boring school day, etc. Every day after school, Carl would go to Mick Walmart to get his daily Kentucky Fried Chicken sandwich with extra mustard. As usual, the building is packed to the brim of stereotypes riding horses down the aisles, yelling slurs, and... How old were you when you wrote this? Just a normal day in America. All Carl wants is that sweet, luxurious, mouth-watering, salty, and beautiful Kentucky Fried Chicken sandwich with extra mustard. Oh my god. Walmart employee. Oh, there's a mistake. It's supposed to be Mick Walmart. Walmart employee. Howdy, Carl Weezer. How you doing? Want yo usual? Carl. I can't read that part or else... I can't read this whole part or else I will get sniped off the platform, but he does that. Alright, Walmart employee. Don't worry, Ginger. I'll give you the best Kentucky Fried Chicken sandwich ever. Carl waits at a... I love how Mick Walmart is just this bizarre blend of Walmart, Sam's Club, Costco, McDonald's, possibly Cane's. Carl waits at a large table patiently. 1 hour passes, and he finally gets his daily meal. But something isn't right. It tastes disgusting. Carl remembered that the employee didn't say mustard. He forgot the mustard. Carl, again, I can't read that or else I'll get sniped. He yells and screams so loud that the glass walls break into thousands of pieces. I want my... the spelling mistake there. I want my row fund. Not refund, row fund. He runs into the building, or runs out the building, swearing he will never go back to Mick Walmart ever again for the rest of his life. No one can ever perfect the recipe of the legendary Kentucky Fried Chicken sandwich, of course with extra mustard. Carl gets home, mad, depressed, and hungry. This has never happened before. He always... How many fucking times do you have to say Kentucky Fried Chicken sandwich? Anyway, every day, every year, every decade, etc. Sad, so sad. The Grubhub begins. Carl sits on his pink couch, wondering what he'll eat now. Instead, he lays down, thinking about the meaning of life. What is life when you don't have a Kentucky Fried Chicken sandwich with mustard? It's just not worth living without. He grabs his lightsaber. I can't read that because YouTube will think I'm promoting something. A knock at the door. Who could it be? Carl opens the door to see a large, thick Indian man with purple shorts, purple summer shirt, and black glasses. Grubhub Dad. Hello, cutie. Want a Kentucky Fried Chicken sandwich with extra mustard? Carl. Oh my god. This isn't this isn't as bad as Batman meets Godzilla, but I'm gonna have an aneurysm one of these days, and it's gonna be your fault. Carl turns pale. He can't believe what he is seeing. The most beautiful man in the universe is standing right in front of him. Okay, that time I'm not reading that part because Carl is a child. Here you go, sweetheart. Your delivery. Carl takes his sandwich, takes one large bite, It's the best thing Carl has ever tasted in his entire life. It's so juicy, so moist, so clean. It's a masterpiece. It's not like anything that has ever happened before. Grubhub. Oh my god. Of course it goes into erotica. Why wouldn't it? Of course. Oh my god. And I'm not reading any of that just because of the implication. I love you, Grubhub Dad. I love you too. They sleep beautifully and go on to get married and have 20 kids. The end. Look for these and other titles from Random House, wherever books are sold. I... Got anything you want to say for yourself? Because I have nothing. I have absolutely nothing to say about the shit that I just read. Absolutely just fuck all nothing. I have nothing to say about any of that. I think that just is... I'm at a loss. Go ahead. Show yourself. Oh my god. Read the sequel. So much. There's... Oh no. Oh my god. Oh, Lord Almighty. Jake from State Farm, ex Carl Weezer. And I love how right here it just says yes, no. The breakup. Carl came back home after a hot, moist night at... Oh, God. Grubhub Dad served him his daily Kentucky... There it is again. Kentucky Fried Chicken sandwich with extra mustard. But then he dropped a bucket of chum from the chum bucket. Grubhub Dad gets a call from Ronald McDonald. Bursts through the door. Say, I can't read that. Grubhub Dad. You're cheating? Grubhub Dad. Well, yes. Carl and Grubhub Dad start fighting, thinking why they even got married in the first... Are you... Oh my god. I feel like you know how fucking depressed I am and why I am, and you're sending me this both to make me feel better and to also show me what happened to my face. I feel like that's what you're doing. This is some kind of weird psyop. Anyway. That Kentucky Fried Chicken sandwich with mustard was fake, said Carl. Grubhub Dad. Well, fuck you then, asshole. Weird premonition I get. If... Oh my god. Yeah, right down to the argument. Oh my god. you... Jonah was a prophet, and I'm looking at Jonah. Grubhub Dad punches Carl in the face. Oh, I'm sorry. Was Carl being Carl? Or was this supposed to be a Denny's? What does that even mean? What? What does that mean? I love that, but what does that mean? Oh God. Carl decides he's gonna cheat on Grubhub Dad with the new driver named Jake from State Farm. I'm dying too. I haven't read these in years. Oh, that's even better. Oh my God. Ronald was scared and hiding in the bedroom. Grubhub Dad knocks. Ronald comes out and they kiss and he... Okay, can't read that part. I can't read that. Is that how you want your children to grow up? You know what? That was more than enough for one shitty sitcom. Carl goes to State Farm to find Jake. Jake was sitting there wearing his daily khakis. Carl, oh Jakey Daddy, oh Jakey Daddy, he yells. Oh, that's even better. Must be 18 plus to read. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm going to have to skip a lot of this. Finally, you're done with that jerk Grubhub Dad. He sucks. I can make you a better Kentucky Fried Chicken sandwich with extra mustard. Carl, oh yeah, let's get it on in front of your workers. And I'm going to have to try to censor the words. Carl pulls his pencil out, scrubbing it all over the paper, while putting it loud and proud on the writing board. They spit on the paper because it was a bad idea of which they wrote. Carl then takes out a bigger pencil out of his belly button because it's funny, and finally puts it in his bunghole. There's a part I can read because it's, I am Cornholio! He rubs the pencil on his foot because it was dirty, but so was his foot. Written and directed by Quentin Tarantino, and created by Dan Schneider. He shoves the pencil onto the paper quickly and hard. Jake starts crying, his mouth covered in spit, saying something in a language that no English can understand. Carl spits in his face and spits in the pile. He puts the pencil back in his pocket and says something else. Jake swallows Carl, but like how Kirby would swallow a car. He then starts spouting satanic nonsense furiously, yelling and farting while pulling off his hair. He says in English, okay, okay, and pulls Carl out. Carl eats a super enlarged pill. It makes his pencil bigger than a skyscraper. He screams in agony, wishing for it to stop. But he knows it never will. This will go on forever. Oh God, it's so big. Oh God, I don't fucking care. It's too fucking big. Insatiable. Oh God. Carl has now done it. Oh God, I don't fucking care. Jake's Carl. It gets even better. Shrek... Here's your funny image. It gets it gets even better. Shrek busts in and shoves an even bigger pencil onto the paper. Carl, he cries so hard. Oh yes, me bigger, both of you at once. He shoves Carl, leaving him drooling all over Jake. Have a good one, princess. One man saw this and freaked out. Then another man said that it would be neat to try this out with him. So Jake, just go for it. We hear a bunch of men talking and laughing. Oh my god. We quickly find the center of attention and yell, "Stop, I'm coming!" Carl looked at sheep. At sheep. Oh my god, now we're... Oh Jesus. Jake explodes into pieces, flying everywhere. Oh shit, what happened? What the hell just happened? What color are you? I don't know what to say. No, don't you dare try to tell me that you don't like it. No, I mean, I don't, I mean it was a little hard, I guess, but you made me, have you ever had a dream that you could do so, you wit, you want, you could do so, you wit, you want, you could do so, you wit, you want him to do so much you could do anything? Carl, that's right. The only reason I can't see it with those glasses on is because I can't tell the difference between your asshole and a donkey. Shrek. Shrek puts Jake out of his misery. Shrek. No more useless assholes. I'm not even going to try and put on the Shrek voice for this one. Shrek smacks Carl. It comes everywhere from Jake's decomposing body and Carl's asses. Shrek then plants another pencil onto the paper. And maybe, perhaps, on Carl too. Shrek looks down and sees the mess he created. Carl is now wrinkly, with his eyes white from everything that has happened. Shrek is still inside the premises. Somehow, Shrek gets in and continues dancing. It is now around 4 in the morning. All the customers are gone, and Shrek is still dancing. He is now wearing a wig of red hair, much like the redhead in every other movie. Shrek then grabs the building, Okay, I'm so delirious that I just said grabs the building, but you know what? I'm gonna roll with it. Grabs the building and the woman, and leaves. Carl is now alone with Jake's body. He leaves, knowing he will never have another Kentucky Fried Chicken sandwich with extra mustard. Just... I have no words for what I just read. None. No words. I have nothing. I have nothing. That just... Jesus fuck. Oh... I think this is worse than Batman. You think? I think this gives Batman meets Godzilla a run for its money. Oh my god. You know what? I'm giving you full permission. When the archive of this goes up, I'm giving you full damn permission to upload that portion as its own clip. Oh my god. I don't even know how I can top that. I think, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I have never laughed this hard. I wish I could hear your laughter right now, because that is magical. My god. I'm not being sarcastic. Oh god. I actually felt like I was going to pass. And if you saw me a minute ago, I think I did almost pass out, because I fell to the floor. I think I genuinely, I think that almost ended me. I think you almost made me go to hell. I think you died. Now, I'm pretty sure I did die for a minute before God sent me back. Same night shipping. I thought I killed. Yeah, I'm convinced that I died, and then God said, "I don't want you." Oh. That. Oh. Oh my god. How do you feel about me after reading that? Babe, I'm concerned. I know that was written in 2020, but I'm concerned. I'm very concerned. Please tell me you wrote that, like, late at night when you couldn't sleep? Because if you wrote that during the day, then I'm very concerned. God. I have no idea. Okay. I mean, I think it was... oh, that's even better. I mean, I enjoyed reading it. Oh my god. I don't even know where to start with that one. I don't even know. I am a masterclass writer. Oh yeah, you are all right. Oh yeah, you are. I don't just feel like I need Jesus after reading that. I feel like I need to grow a pair of tits. I should show this thing around. Oh, yeah, you should. I don't just feel like I need Jesus after reading that. I feel like I need to grow a pair of tits, chop off the PP, and then move to another country. Oh my god. Oh yeah, here's the nips, if you wanted to see those. I am trying to think of something else to dedicate the rest of this episode to, and I just have nothing. I wish Sylv would... I think Sylv would block you on everything. Wherever you are, I feel like Sylv would block you after that. I'm dead. Or who knows, maybe he would have enjoyed it. I don't know for sure. Oh, I think I tried. Oh, sugar tits, I think you did that a long time ago. A long Johnson. I think you did that a long time ago. Seriously, I'm not going to... I just worsened you. 2024 really was, 2019 was when my life kind of went to shit. 2024 is when I officially become the Joker. But here's the thing, I'm the better Joker, because look at these luscious locks. Look at this lovely hair. Does the Joker have this? I don't think so. Oh yeah, rate my hair on a scale, rate my hair on a scale of 1 to 10. I don't know, I'm just at a loss. You're very girl. I said on a scale of 1 to 10, but girl out of 10. Okay. I'm assuming girl out of 10 is a high score. I would assume, at least. I'm assuming. I don't know for sure. Kentucky Fried Chicken with mustard. Yeah, I genuinely cannot think of anything else to talk about for the remainder of this episode. That just broke me. I am just at a damn loss. I would get arrested if... Yeah, you would. I'm lost. Okay, also back in 2020. Yeah, the Grubhub ad... That just makes it even better. Okay. I'm not trying to change the subject, but... Okay. not trying to change it. Not trying to change the subject, but I'm just trying to think of another topic. Um, just kind of one last topic before I wrap up the episode for tonight. Okay. Okay. On a previous episode, the previous episode to be exact, I said that I'm a little self-conscious, and that is true. I know that's a little ironic, given that I show my face on camera all the time, but genuinely there's two specific things I'm self-conscious about. My voice, like my actual voice, and my face. My voice, because I prefer being soft-spoken like I am. In fact, I prefer, as much as I find screaming and yelling and loud noises funny in comedy, I prefer soft-spoken people. But I kind of hate being soft-spoken as well, because oftentimes I have to repeat myself when I'm talking to people. Like my mom and such. I find myself having to repeat myself a lot, because apparently I just speak too softly. And the other thing is, like, I speak... This is more noticeable if you watch my TikToks, but I'm soft-spoken. I know you are. But this is much more noticeable if you watch my TikToks, but my voice is also very slow. Like, I try to inflict some energy into it, but I can't. Like, it's just very slow, kind of slurred, or not really slurred, but like kind of like dreamy almost, like as if I'm dozing off mid-recording when I'm not. It makes much more sense heard than described, but yeah. And the other thing, but yeah. And of course, I'm also again, I know this that I'm about to say is really ironic, given that I show my face on camera. I can't tell you how many times people would point out that I'm just hanging around without making a noise, and when I do speak, I'm told to speak up. I personally haven't had that exact happen, but I hate when that happens. Which, I mean, yeah, if I was there and that happened to you, genuinely, I'm not a fighter, but I would go into mama bear mode. Like, actually, I would get a little protective. But anyway, alright, but this next one, kind of ironic, given that I show my face on camera all the time, but something about my face on camera just irks me, especially recently. I don't know what it is, but just, it irks me. I don't know if it's my mannerisms, I don't know if it's my, I guess, facial language or what, but it just irks me. It's more so, I try to look real. Is it because you look like a dude? Okay. I feel like that might be it, but I was about to answer that. I feel like that might be why, but I feel like it also has to do with... Okay, I know that I'm talking about my face, but I feel like it also has to do with my expressions and my body language. Like, okay, I don't know exactly how much of me, or let me try it again. I don't know exactly how much I take after my parents, genetically speaking. I forget whose nose I have, it's one of theirs, but I have something they don't. expressiveness. That's not saying my parents are not expressive, but I'm very animated compared to them. Maybe not Jim Carrey level, but I can make some expressions. I'm very expressive. Oftentimes my expressions say more than my words. But I feel like my expressions in my videos and on my streams feel off. Like I'm never animated, at least around family. I've picked, well, I kind of picked up on that in the airport video, and I kind of hate it. I kind of picked up on that on the airport video that you sent me, where you talked about when you were filming. I could see like little bits of animation in your face, but you also kind of kept it relaxed. But anyway, back on topic, audience. But specifically, what kind of irks me, in my videos, like my scripted, edited videos, it feels like I'm on the verge, like it looks like, you'll have to go through them to see what I mean, but in my videos, I often wonder if it's because of the bullying. That might be a factor, now that you say it. That might be a factor, but anyway. In my videos, with my expressions, it feels like it looks like I'm on the verge of a psychotic break. Like, I know I don't try to look that way, but it looks like I'm on the verge of losing it in my videos, even before shit happened. And in the case of the streams, yeah, I look fairly normal, but again, if you notice my facial expressions, I kind of have that want to snap look at times. And I really don't like it. I don't try to do it. I don't do it on purpose, but I always end up looking like that. That like I'm going to snap at any minute. Which, after certain events, I would hate to snap. But yeah, I'm very self-conscious about my voice and my face. And, well, I guess adding to my voice, I'm also very self-conscious when it comes to singing. I like to sing, but I don't like to do it when other people are around. Mainly because I just don't see myself as a good singer. Like, sometimes I hear myself and I think I sound good, but then other times I don't sound good. Like, I'm not hitting the right notes. I'm always like behind or ahead. I don't know. This might have gotten a little depressing, but you, the audience, I think you know where I'm coming from. I think you know where I'm coming from. Take your time responding. Discord, okay. I had my time where I was on the verge. I had a period where I genuinely thought about redacted and message deleted. You can use your imagination. Yeah, I have thoughts, honestly. Maybe not thoughts like that, but I have thoughts, especially after recent events. I have a lot of thoughts. but I feel it's best to not really elaborate on what some of those thoughts may be. Even though most of the thoughts in question are not really me doing anything bad, they're more so me getting put through bad. So yeah. Oh wait, what does it say? But I think I'm slowly getting things together, planning a date with Kinsey in November. I hope she accepts. That simultaneously did and did not make me feel better about myself. I mean, you know, congratulations, you know. Hope she does accept. But completely real. I guess, alright, it's 12:27 a.m. We're at 80. Alright, what's it say? Well, just saying that I took so long finding someone that now I have a plan for a potential date. There's nothing wrong with that. I think that's a good thing. And that I'm wishing you best luck. I wish you the best of luck, too. I just don't know. Well, anyway, okay, we are at 88 minutes. What else can I kind of throw in at the end here? I guess while we're on the topic of our cell, oh wait, what does it say? Just hope she ain't taken or gay, but haven't seen anything of the sort. Personally, I hope whoever I run into next doesn't get me tangled up with the internet mafia and then proceed to get the whole world pinned against me. I totally haven't had that happen before. Totally. 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 Okay, that's funny, but that's also fucked. Funny, but fucked. Like, that's equal parts made me feel a little bit better, but that's also so not okay. Oh my god. I guess the only, genuinely, I guess the only reassuring thing is that he's still alive. That's virtually it. There's literally zero other positives to be found here. Zero. You're probably wondering how I got this way. Okay, what else can I, you know what? Fuck it. we just got depressing for the last little portion of this show, so let's end this episode on a more positive note. It's time for us to randomly compliment each other, host to audience. I will start first. You're cute, you're funny, you're creative, you're talented, you're special, you're unique. You are yourself. Like more fan fiction. We don't have time. It's 12:31. I know I go to bed at like 2, but we don't have that much time. Plus, I already just provided a random compliment. A series of compliments, to be precise. Although perhaps we will read more fan fiction tomorrow night. But anyway, since I just randomly complimented you, the audience, now it's time for you to return the favor. Go ahead and compliment whatever the fuck this twig is. You're suave. You are too. You're a wolf. Yes, I am. You're Riz. You're a furry. I mean, I'm hairy enough to be one. You're Blink-182. You're girly. I mean, yeah. And you're based. You're very based. Okay, well, it is 12. Thank you so much. Anyway, it is 12:33. Done, Pablo. Thank you, sugar tits. Anyway, it is 12:34 a.m. We are at, in the next couple seconds, now we are at 94 minutes. I think that wraps up this episode. Shrek is love, Shrek is life. I think that wraps up this episode for tonight. But before we go, the next 2 episodes are going to be quite exciting. Exciting in quotes. Tomorrow night, I will be talking up the Deadpool franchise so far. So, Deadpool 1 and 2, and maybe Logan if we have time, even though it's not technically a part of it, but whatever. And then, of course, on July 26th, 2 days from now, Friday, I will be seeing let me try that again. I was about to say the wrong title. I will be seeing Deadpool and Wolverine, so expect my review of that. So yeah, we're getting 2 Deadpool-related shows back to back. Goodbye, streamer. Goodbye, lovely individual. Well, anyway, so yeah, stay tuned and there's more excitement coming your way from Disney. Anyway, I think, yeah, that's all the time we have for tonight. But always remember, thought I needed to burp. There it is. Always remember, eat your cereal, go to bed, to be continued. God made you special, and He loves you very much. Good night, and Grubhub down. Have a day.